times people attack Judge Lauren Lake on paternity court.
No, you and him broke up because of you, not because of me.
Because 4 years of this, how can you be with somebody? While you were talking over me, you missed the fact that I got the information you want to confirm.
So I went out there, I was super cheating.
Super cheating.
Yeah, super, I'm gonna say super cheating.
It's elevated.
Yeah. I'm being honest with you. That was
So you were just sleeping with anybody?
And
everybody.
Craving family drama? You're at the right place. Strap in as Miss Chandler and her boyfriend embark on a journey to confront the paternity denial once and for all. But is the brawl going to be that simple? Not at all, because the defendants had proof of their claims.
Annie has always gone to the racetrack, and she talks to guys on Facebook, texting guys, and she has a lock on her cell phone to where my brother can't see her phone. She's cheated on my brother. He stayed at my house with his kids.
Now, what proof do you have of that?
She's admitted it to me.
No, I have not.
Oh, this feud was hotter than a celebrity Twitter beef. The baby mama found herself in the spotlight, accused of turning the alleged father into her puppet. Why? Because the poor baby daddy was too naive to understand the betrayal. Are you buying it? I'm not.
Who's this guy you're claiming that Miss Chandler slept with?
A friend of a friend. She started talking to him, and next thing I know,
we
she
were
tells
talking,
me.
and it was after me and Brandon broke up that I started talking to him. And yes, I slept with him one time.
But Brandon still
while we were broken up, so that should not even be brought up.
The plaintiff faces the court's scrutiny over her fidelity. Now, she admitted to a fling, but claims innocence during their relationship. And we all know what such confessions lead to.
You seem really into what's going on with them.
It's my little brother.
What's it to you, really? I mean, he is his own man. He might have made his own choices.
It's my brother. You know, she's from day one. I've seen that she's used him. She holds those kids over his head all the time. She says, well, if you don't pay me this much, you're not seeing your kids.
Mother Hillard joined the daughter and boy. Did she have grievances? She claimed to have been robbed by the baby mama. Yep, her words, not ours. The tension was rising by the minute.
You guys could come around, but you didn't want to.
You're the one that told me
Whenever
I don't need a family, I have a family.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because you turned your back on me, attacking me, coming to my house, trying to take
Then
my
why don't you
stepson.
keep that tater trap of yours shut?
I'm sorry, but whenever you got something to say to me, I'll come 10 times worse.
About time the baby daddy spoke up. It seemed he had doubts as well, as mommy's spidey senses told her the bun was in the oven, just after 24 hours of doing the deed. Hard to believe that.
I was a virgin. Me and Brandon, our first time was February 9th, 2009. I know the date. Right after we had sex, I knew I was pregnant.
So,
I don't know how.
Mr. Hilliard, when she said that to you, what were you thinking?
What the hell? How's that
I asked
possible?
you to be honest, and you were, okay?
All this yelling made it pretty hard to navigate through the storm of accusations. Now, Miss Chandler considered herself a real woman and knew her way around the house. However, these guys were fond of breaking up and attacking the judge.
You all do a lot of breaking up. When are you together?
Because of this drama.
When are you together? You do a lot of drama.
You and him broke up because of you, not because of me.
Because 4 years of this, how can you be with somebody?
By the looks of it, it all boils down to the moment Mr. Hillard chose baby mama over his family. Though he had no doubts about the first two kids, he did doubt the paternity of the third one. And amidst the chaos, mommy seemed to be making the defendant even more mad. So, not a good move.
Do you feel like Miss Chandler uses your grandkids as pawns?
Yes, ma'am. Just to get whatever she needs out of Brandon. Well,
I don't
the
think
one
so,
thing
because
is,
nothing I need that I don't already have. I got 3 beautiful kids, and they love me, and I don't care what you say.
I know one thing you need.
I have never
and it's
used
better
my
shut
kids
up
as
before I
a
give
pawn
it
for
to
you.
Well, the plaintiff kept quiet and let those guys speak. Only for a little while, though, because she was back to over-talking again. Not only the judge, but others as well. And all this made her miss one key information. But no worries, Lauren Lake to the rescue.
While you were talking over me, you missed the fact that I got the information you wanted confirmed. Miss Jackson just said that she was around town talking about you and saying that your kids were not by Mr. Hilliard.
Yeah, I heard about it every day on Facebook.
Finally, it was time for this saga to reach a resolution. Well, that part was solely determined by the results. Judge had the envelope. Time to see whether all that yelling and attacking was worth it or not.
In the case of Brandon Jr., Mr. Hilliard, your wait is over. You are the father.
Thank you. No apologize.
I'm sorry. Come on.
Fueled by the first true love kiss? Nothing new, right? Miss Smith was just another victim of it, but she refused to leave her son taken for granted as he was. The only solution? Judge Lauren Lake's paternity court.
Mr. Brooks, you claim you had no knowledge of this pregnancy or its resulting child until Jimmy was 12 years old. You say Miss Smith was seeing other men around the time of her conception, and there's no way you could be the father. Is that correct?
Correct.
Let's dive into this romantic saga, if we could call it that, because a neighborhood crush, a cheesy motel rendezvous, and a sprinkle of age-related denial hardly make it romantic. Can you feel the love tonight? Well, probably not.
We were supposed to go to the movies, but we wound up going to a cheesy motel that he could afford.
And you have sex with him.
Yes, and I was a virgin.
Was that the only time you had sex with Mr. Brooks?
Yes.
And you believe that one night is what resulted in the conception of your son, Jimmy?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Brooks was claiming ignorance about the pregnancy until Jimmy hit puberty. But Miss Smith, hurt and betrayed, insisted otherwise. It's a he said, she said of monumental proportions, and the air was thick with tension.
I seen him at that same corner store, and he said, "Why did you name him that stupid name? Why he doesn't have my name?"
That never happened. That
He's
never happened.
lying, Your Honor.
That
Kevin
never
was in
happened.
the store, and you gave me a few dollars. That's the time that I bought my son, Jimmy, an outfit and a pair of tennis shoes and some Pampers. You don't remember that?
Only in your mind.
All right.
Well, by the looks of it, these guys were playing the you lying game with each other. Yeah, what one said. The other wasted no breath in denying it. So much so it came up that Mr. Kevin was declared deceased at one point. What was the truth even? While the daddy claimed to hate met Jimmy when he was 12, Mommy called that a big fat lie.
What, so, Mr. Brooks, if they told Miss Smith you were deceased when Jimmy was 12, when she was trying to enlist, how is it you remember meeting up with her when Jimmy was 12? I don't understand that.
I was in the old neighborhood.
He never met me when Jimmy was 12. You're lying.
Oh boy, neither of them was backing down. While Mommy did her searching and digging, the defendant narrated the fake Facebook page story. Safe to say, it was pretty hard to keep up with this contradicting timeline.
When I would go home to the old neighborhood, and it was a mutual friend of ours, he told me Kevin wasn't deceased, that Kevin was in Texas. And last year, I finally got in touch with Kevin near Facebook.
Through social media?
Yes, that's when I started questioning him again and asking him questions just to make sure it was
Did you use your own profile?
Yes, I did.
Moving on, Miss Smith continued with the story, with old feelings conjuring up. It appeared as if an old flame was gonna relight, only if the baby daddy agreed to any of that happening.
Are you gonna be truthful about it, Mr. Brooks?
I already told you, I don't think I'm just his dad.
You are his father, and stop it. You are his father.
You sleep with
was
other
the
people.
only man I ever
You
slept
sleep
with,
with
and
other
I was a
people.
virgin. Thank you.
I don't think so.
You were probably
And-
high. That's why you didn't know.
The real sufferer in this whole scenario was Jimmy. About time we heard from him. Now, he recalled all that happened since meeting his potential father. And guess what? It does seem true that the defendant had a habit of running away from situations. He couldn't be man enough, huh?
Tell me about the moment he ran, because you say you're all in each other's presence. Your mom and him are going back and forth about this DNA test.
He
So
hopped
we
out
were
the
sitting,
car.
we were sitting in the car.
In the car, and
Yeah.
you're saying, let's just get it done. Let's
He hopped
just
out the car.
get it over
Yeah,
with.
he hopped out the car, and we had to convince him to get back in the car, and that's when we pulled up to the restaurant.
Did he acknowledge that he was your father? Did he
said
say
it
you're my...
could- He said he could be.
Oh, the story didn't stop there. Nope. It seems after pulling out all that stuff, Mr. Brooks dared to ask for shelter. The nerve, man. On top of that, he denied all this from happening. unsurprisingly so, and had the gall to question the judge over some shorts.
Listen, what I'm trying to find out from you, have you done anything proactive to help solve this paternity issue that you've been facing for all these years?
To prove that if he's my son, I can go to a relationship with him.
So, and that's what you're trying to do today. But up until today, you have not.
Hold on to your hats now because it's judgment time. The DNA results were in. The anticipation was palpable as Judge Lake was ready to drop the paternity bombshell. Time to see who came out victorious.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Brooks, you are the father.
I told you.
When love blossoms on Facebook and doubt becomes the new normal, we get the relationship mayhem that was Miss McIntyre and Mr. Wilson. Strap in for a wild ride of catfishing, ghosting, and a baby's uncertain parentage.
We was talking on Facebook. He shared a couple of pictures with me. He shared a picture like this. I thought he was very cute. He said he was gonna take care of me and my daughter.
You had never met?
No, we never met before. So we finally wanted to meet up, and when he got off the bus, I seen this. He catfished me. I didn't expect this.
Now the baby daddy appeared in a league of his own. He questioned the paternity, accusing Miss McIntyre of cheating. The air was thick with skepticism as mentions of messing around in the family were just flying out. Is this a case of love gone wrong or a masterclass in manipulation?
She met me in person, real life, through a family member.
How?
Because I was messing with one of her family members, since we want to get technical.
Okay, that's what I meant. Ratchet.
I was messing with one of her family members, okay, which brought Miss McIntyre into the picture. Okay, she knew what she was signing up for before she got into it.
In Arizona?
Really.
The baby daddy claimed he thought of the mama as his girlfriend. So where did it all go wrong then? It appears that Mother Dearest was having a hard time agreeing with his version. Cue the yelling and shouting.
Take me to the day you gave birth. Did you tell Mr. Wilson?
Nope. Nope. Not until after the fact. They claim that they didn't have no way.
Are you serious?
They claimed they didn't have no way of getting in contact with me. None of that, because they didn't want me to be there.
He didn't have.
Period.
Why wouldn't we want him to be there?
Because she don't like me, just like I don't like her.
He didn't have a
So
ride.
she
That
won't
was
be
his
there.
excuse.
Fast forward to the chaos of birth. Confusion was the order of the day as the couple grappled with the timeline of Jashawn's arrival. The desperation in their voices echoed through the courtroom. The only question was whether the baby daddy was notified of the birth or not.
Did you put Mr. Wilson on child support, Miss McIntyre?
I'm in that process, yes. I got his social.
Hasn't done anything for him?
Not to my knowledge.
And believe it or not, if this baby not mine, I'm not gonna.
But
do
it
nothing.
is yours.
I'm not.
But it is yours.
You haven't did anything.
I got a 1-year-old daughter. I take care of faithfully.
You never
That's the
did
thing. I'm
anything
not.
anyway.
It is yours.
The defendant was having trouble wrapping his mind around the fact that he could be the father. On top of that, his testimony was incriminating him rather than saving him. Oh, he was excited to make the judge learn something new. Emotions ran high as the court was thrust into the heart-wrenching realities of this dysfunctional drama.
I'm a real man before I get my assumptions. When I like to ask, I asked her.
You're not
she
a
denied
man.
it. I was like, cause at the end of the day, I went hard for. I put myself in bad situations for this girl right here. You feel me? So I went out there. I was super cheating.
That's
the first.
I was super cheating.
With everything,
right?
I was
That day when I was
super
asleep,
cheating.
when I was
You
asleep,
feel me?
Wow, Mr. Catfish, you are really something else. It appears he made things so difficult for the pregnant mama that she went MIA for a while. And that's all the ammunition he needed to direct all the doubts and suspicions. And that's not all. The man brought along an exhibit, and Lauren Lake was not so impressed.
May. Let's put it right there. Ghost.
Ghost means she's missing in action.
Missing in action.
Your ghost fell again.
His
And all
ghost
that.
is falling, Your Honor,
Okay.
and one is upside down.
And
That should
then-
tell you something about it.
And then come July, they not sticking, but
This is one amazing exhibit you brought today,
I know.
Mr. Wilson.
Oh, the drama didn't stop there. The potential baby daddy had the gall to proudly state he has done nothing for the baby. Yeah, all because he believed the baby mama to be a dirty, dirty woman. Miss McIntyre and the judge both were exasperated by him, to say the least.
Ooh, she was just doing too much dirt. She was just doing as much dirt as I was doing. So I was like, I'm not going for it.
He's the dirty one. That's why the ghosts keep falling off.
Ain't no ghost
I'm dirty.
The ghosts don't want to be behind his story. Believe me, he's the dirty one. He's no.
Ghosts don't even believe
They don't want him to be bothered, and I don't blame him.
The moment of truth arrived as the DNA results were ready to be unveiled. Suspense hangs thick in the air as the judge goes for the envelope. Will Mr. Wilson step up to the fatherhood plate, or is there a plot twist awaiting the unsuspecting audience?
Mr. Wilson, you are his father.
Told you. Told
That's all
you.
I need to know.
So you ought to be ashamed.
That's all I needed to know.
You ought to be ashamed.
I needed to know that.